US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has arrived in New Delhi for talks. It's the first visit to India by a senior member of the Biden administration. India is the last stop in the Pentagon's chief's Asian tour after visits to Japan and South Korea. Now, Ishan Garg joins us live from New Delhi for more on this. Ishan, what does India expect from this visit?
Well, on a very broad level, India would expect to have very cordial relationship with the United States. That's something that it has assigned value to for the longest time. If we look back at the Bill Clinton days, followed by the George W. Bush days, and then again Barack Obama and Donald Trump, something that has remained constant in all these years is India's attempts to make United States a very good friend of it, not only in terms of trade, but also in areas of strategic importance as well. And that's why we have seen military exercises between the two countries assume greater importance in the past few years. And that has also remained constant under the Obama years and the Trump years. And that's something that the Indian government would want to continue under the Biden years as well. On a much smaller level and or more precise levels, India would want to see some sort of defense deals being, if not completely determined in this meeting, at least being discussed. In US wants to sell a huge number of arms to India, including missiles, equipments, fighter jets, and India at the same time is looking to modernize its army. So that's something that India would want a favorable deal on. At the same time, there could also be talks about intelligence sharing and protocols around that. But more broadly, it's going to be a getting to know each other kind of a meeting where India would want to establish good terms with the Secretary of Defense, and that's something that the leaders of the two countries would look to build on.
And Ishan, what kind of message would the US and India be sending then with this meeting that's going to be taking place?
Well, the message to China at the very least is going to be that there is a building consensus amongst countries internationally that China's influence needs to be checked. That's something that came out of the Quad meeting as well, which we saw just a few days ago. India, Australia, United States and Japan, they talked about vaccine development. They talked about continued cooperation on the climate change front. But analysts say that China was really the big topic of discussion, and that's going to be the major topic of discussion when the two leaders of India and US meet. That's something that Mr. Austin is going to discuss with his Indian counterpart as well. And it looks like the idea is to have India act as a counterbalancing power, not only in the region, but also worldwide. The second party that is going to feature in these talks could be Russia, which is a major defense partner of India. But Russian and American ties have not been the best ever. So that's something that Russia would want India to scale back on. There is a missile defense system deal that India wants to sign with Russia. It's already purchased some defense equipment, and the United States would want India to stop making such deals with Russia unless it wants to attract sanctions. That's something that another detail that India and US would want to iron out in this particular meeting.
Ishan Garg in New Delhi. Thank you.